Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert A. Heinlein. This was actually on my 24 books to read in 2024, but I didn't finish it in time to review it then and still wanted to read more of it before giving it a final rating and review. This was my first read of a Heinlein book. It is his only book on the 1,000 books to read before you die list. The plot is about a human who was part of a space flight to Mars. He comes back to Earth and has to learn about human society because he was raised by Martians. The premise was actually from Heinlein's wife, who suggested he write something like The Jungle Book, where instead of being raised by animals in the jungle, the character is raised by Martians. While initially the book was a little wordy, I liked some of the dialogue, the expressions characters used, little sayings and turns of phrase that sounded so different, like, ooh, I've never heard that phrase before in conversation. A little ways into the book, we meet a character named Jubal, who for the most part I really liked and felt like he breathed some freshness into the book that was becoming stale. Jubal is essentially a libertarian anarchist who does what he pleases, a man after my own heart, and I really liked a lot of his character. He says and does things that a lot of people may not like he has 3 women who attend to him, like personal secretaries, and he says things to them that may easily be deemed sexist. I understand some people may sharply dislike the book because of this, and that's fine, so do be aware of that if you plan to try this book, but personally I thought it funny. It's a work of fiction. I made slow progress on this book, chipping away at it for the last year. I finally got about 75% in, and Heinlein started talking about religion from the viewpoint of this guy Jubal, and although I agreed with some of what he said, it really felt like this was no longer a book about a man from Mars, but instead was Heinlein lecturing readers about his views on religion. The book then switched to the man from Mars joining a circus, and it was at this point that I lost interest in the book. I felt like Heinlein did not know how to end the book, so he added scenes until he thought of a way to end it. Unfortunately, I quit the book a bit prematurely because the circus subplot only seemed to go on for like 5 pages before Heinlein wrapped the book up about 100 pages later, but I had already lost interest. Reading the summary online, I'm not altogether upset that I quit the book. Rating it is difficult. I'd give it 3.5 stars if I could. I think I'll give it 4 stars with a clear summary that the book is at least 100 pages too long, the religion stuff was overdone, the circus subplot should have been cut, and readers should be aware of the possible sexist remarks in the book. Still, 4 stars and a recommended read for